Millions of Americans are sharing stories and pictures this morning about the historic eclipse. Did you see it? Photos taken across the country captured the moments yesterday when the moon passed right in front of the sun. Large crowds gathered coast to coast along the 70-mile wide path of totality. Jamie Yukas is in the town of Madras, Oregon, where many visitors are still trying to get home. Jamie, I saw you last night. You had a great view. Good morning.
I did. I had an excellent view, Gail. It was so much fun. And as you can see, people are packing up right now. Madras is home to 6,200 people, but had planned to host 100,000. Now, crowds at campsites like this one slowly trickled in over several days. But now
this is something that I will be dreaming about and thinking about for the rest of my life.
Crowds erupted in Carbondale, Illinois, where the darkness lasted longer than nearally anhere else in the country.
Unbelievable. I'm so glad we got to see it.
But for many,
oh, that was so cool.
If you missed this one, don't worry. The next one is in 2024, and it will cover much of the eastern and central U.S., Margaret.
That I will be dreaming about and thinking about for the rest of my life.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne.
This is something that I will be dreaming about and thinking about for the rest of my life.
And just 33 days before September 23rd, on August 21st, a total eclipse cuts the United States in half, which is extremely rare and we feel is very prophetic.
My announcement today marks the beginning of a new approach to conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. That it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Who has heard the poem called The Snake?
Donald, do you get the flu shot every year?
No.
Why?
No, I don't know. I've never had one.
and thus far I've never had the flu. I don't like the idea of injecting bad stuff into your body, which is basically what they do. But I have friends that religiously get the flu shot and then they get the flu.
They have to get the shot. The vaccinations are so important. This is really going around now. They have to get their shot.
The greatest example of love is to kill those traitors so others learn never to do it.
We need to hold people with treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people who are found guilty for their treasonous acts against the Constitution of the United States of America, just like they did back in 1776.
There should be military tribunals taking place right now, and people should be arrested for high treason that's being committed at the highest levels of government. Well, personally, I think a firing squad would just be great. Put them all there, stick them up against a wall, and take them out.
What does a modern-day militia look like? Because if you're like me, you see these godless commies, and you're like, I want to shoot them in the face. But because you're like me, and you're a law-abiding patriot, you're not going to do that because that's illegal. Or is it?
But when the United States stands with Israel, the chances of peace really rise, and rises exponentially. That's what will happen when Donald Trump is president of the United States. We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem. And we will send a clear signal that there is no daylight between America and our most reliable ally, the State of Israel.
Today is Donald Trump's first full day as the 45th president of the United States.
But it was not all a celebration. More than 200 anti-Trump demonstrators were arrested during a day of protest in Washington. Some set fires or threw bricks into windows of businesses.